Trucker Will, trucking a like always, trying to make this money and trying to make this dough. And in today's video, we're talking about, should you be scared of being a lease operator? Now, I really don't think you should be too scared, and I'm going to give you a few reasons why. All right, so the first reason, are you listening to a lot of other people's negativity? Their mouth, running their mouth about how bad it is and the worst possible things that can go on, and it's kind of making you think it's not for me. You're going off of somebody else's opinion. Now, my opinion is my opinion, but are you, number one, are you listening to other people and what their negative view is on what's going on? All right, guys. Number two, in this lease operator, lease purchase thing that you're doing, are you stressing out about fuel and truck payment and when you want to go home, and listening to the people say, oh, it can't be done, you're going to come out in the hole? Because that's what I hear a lot of people talking about, is when they go, they're in the hole and they come out and stuff like that. Are you really doing all the research that it takes to really understand that it's not? All right, guys. So number four, right? So with number four, planning and saving. That's your biggest things that you need to worry about. Planning and saving. So you might be saying, what does he mean by planning? What does he mean by saving? So, planning. Most people, you know, they're out running, they got kids, they got a wife at home, they want to go home. You know, they've been on the road for a month, right? Or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right? So, in that, my rule of thumb, I listen to your boy Lil Sean Parks. He said you want to put about $200 aside for savings, as well as, you know, tax 10 cents a mile per tax. That's what he said, and I do what he was saying, and it's worked out for me so far. I put $220 away each week. So if you do the math on that, it's like $880 a week that I'm putting aside. So every week, so if I decide I want to go home for a week, how much money am I going to have to be able to go home for a week and not come back in the hole? Well, you know what your fixed cost is. Mine, for instance, is $1,074 for my truck payment, and my other fixed cost is my plates, insurance, bobtail, all the other junk. It ends up being about $1,325. So I'll put that number down there. $1,325, that's what my fixed cost is every week. So when I want to go home, I got to make sure I have that number in my emergency fund so that I can go home a week. Now, your boy doesn't go home for a week. Me and my wife have come up with a routine that works for us. So that's where I get with that planning. I go home for 3 days. 3 days, I do what I gotta do. Hey, hon, kiss you, love you, play with the kids, and I'm back out on the road, planning for the next time I go home. When I go home for about 3 days, I try to plan it for when payroll is. So if payroll ends for us, it ends at Tuesday at 1600, which is 4 o'clock. I end up trying to come back on a Saturday. So if I come back on a Saturday, I can get at least 1 or 2 loads in, so I won't have a fabulous check, but I'll have a check of about $500 to $600, and I can kind of give you an idea what my checks look like when I go home, what they look. The lowest I've seen is 100, the highest I've seen is about 5, not including my $200 that I still put aside. So that's a way that I do it. You don't have to do it that way, but like I said, planning and saving. And you're making decent money, so save it. You don't have to spend it all in one place. Save it. I put money in my savings, I put money in stocks, I put money over here. I have money all over the place because I want to make sure that if I need it, I have it, and I want it to be growing for me. You want your money. Another way to think about stuff is you're out here working for money, right? But you become wealthy when your money's working for you. So that's number 4. Number 3. So, giving yourself some time. Now, a bunch of other YouTubers will probably agree with me that you want to give yourself time. You don't want to just jump in to a lease or a lease purchase program or whatever, anything like that. Like I would say, you would want to go to number 2 and do your research. But should you be scared of it? No, don't be scared of it. Yes, there's a little bit more responsibilities in it, but if you're giving yourself time, you're doing your research, and not listening to the negative people, you're going to have a better outlook on everything that's going on. So, number 3 is, like I said, giving yourself some time. Now, in giving yourself the time, that's, you get your license, you're done with CDL school. I wouldn't recommend going right out and getting into a lease because you're not gonna know right off the bat what you're gonna have to do. Some people will, some people won't. But you want to give yourself time so that you can understand the industry. I'd say give yourself about 2 years. 2 years of running back and forth, up and down, so you can get a hang of the roads. If I say Highway 25, or if I say I-10 or I-40, you know, you'll know what a person's talking about. That I wanted to tell you about, that I use for myself, and how I try to run my business, and how I try to do the best that I can while I'm out here saving money, but then also putting money back, but also being able to do other things and get out this damn truck. Because if you stay in this truck, you'll become resenting it. You'll start to resent the shit out of it. But those are just a little, a couple little tidbits of information that you guys can take and use. Do me a favor, you guys. If you like the information I'm giving you, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think. If you have any other input about it. But don't let it scare you. Don't let other people's, bad situations deter you from doing something that means you going after your life. We're all out here to make money, and you want to go after your life. You don't want to sit there and watch life go by. So just do that, guys. You can tune into Lil Sean Parks. He's real good at the information. And I try to give you more information as I get it, and things that I'm learning. I'll share with you guys because you may not have ran across it yet. But that's just my little 2 cents today. I don't claim to know it all, but if I know something, I'll share it with y'all. All right. So guys, be blessed, less stressed. Keep the left door closed, right foot down. Only when it's safe. And like I always say, guys, I will see you out there. All right, guys. Take it easy. Later.